Good morning, everyone. Welcome to my hobby home. My name is Cathy. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you're new here, welcome. If not, thank you for coming back. Today I am doing the Blockhead 5 Group 2 Block 2. You'll see I already have got my colors in there. I did complete the block 1. It was a very big learning experience for me. So today I'm just bringing you in for block 2. I will tell you as we go along the fabrics that I chose to use. It is a mix, and some of the pieces I don't know what they are. So one moment and I'll have you turn down to the machine. Okay, here you will see I have my pattern. This is a free pattern. Once again, these are the fabrics that I will be using. A and B, I'm not quite sure what they are. C, this is from Chateau de Chantilly, I believe is what that was called. And my D fabric is from Sugarberry by Bunny Hill Designs. This is my extra fabric that I had left over. I'm just getting that out of the way there. So let's get started here. Our first step tells us that we need to draw a line on our block A's, or piece A, and we are going to take square A and place a square B right sides together. Since these are solids, to me there's no right or wrong side. So I am going to take my clips and my letters off, and we are going to take an A and a B, and I will tell you we will do all of these because then we do a B and a C the same exact way, and I already have the lines drawn on that as well. That way it's just a little bit quicker. So we are taking our A and B and putting it together. What I am going to do is sit down on that drawn line. This is the first stitch I've made, so it makes that noise. What I'm doing is sitting on that drawn line on my center marker of my foot. And I have had a few questions about my machine. This is the Bernina B790 Pro, and the foot that I am using is the 1C. Yes, it is the 1C. And I have had a few people that have offered suggestions and told me about other feet. Oh, I'm not supposed to stitch that on the... Well, I'm showing y'all real life. I wasn't supposed to stitch that right on the center. I'm supposed to do it 1/4 of an inch away. So let me show you what I'm going to do. Of course, the very first piece I'm ripping out. So I just put my seam ripper up in there. And this isn't a big problem for me. At least it's the first one, and I didn't realize it on the last one that I did. I realized it on the very first one I did, that I have to do this 1/4 inch both sides of that stitch line. It's early morning Friday, and I'm telling y'all we are under currently a tornado watch. And yeah, it's up in the upper 60s right now, and it's kind of crazy because by the end of Sunday night, and yes, I'm moving my foot all the way over to the left, to the right. I guess I could do it to the left if I wanted to do it to the left, but I'm doing it to the right. Okay, I am back. I had to take a quick little break there. We are shipping my son a package out today, and I had to make sure my little gifts were in the box. Okay, so here is our first square completed, sewn on the correct side of the line and not on the line. Y'all, this is real life. It don't get no more real than this. I'm telling you. Today is Friday. I don't know what if it's 10th, 11th, 12th. I don't know. I can't keep up with dates anymore. Let me look and see. I can hit my computer over here. Find out what today's date is for you. Today is Friday the 12th. I will be working a midnight to noon shift starting Sunday night because we are expected to have, I think, ice, not necessarily snow, but if there is snow and ice, I have to work from midnight to noon until the weather event is over. So yeah, I was hoping, we were supposed to be off on Monday for Martin Luther King Day, and I was hoping to be able to sew all day, but it looks like instead I will be sleeping that day, because I'll have to sleep while I'm at home, and I don't know how easy that's going to be, because I don't know. Shouldn't be too hard because I'd rather sleep during the day anyway. I am going to just speed you guys up so you don't have to watch me do every one of these. So you can just enjoy. I'll put some nice soft music on for you today. Today is kind of my lazy day, so I call it my lazy day, but it's never a lazy day. I don't have lazy days. I have work days and grandbaby days, and this is actually a work and a grandbaby day because at some point in time today I will be picking my daughter and my grandbaby up, and we will be going and doing insurance. So, but I am going to just get these squares completed, and I hope you enjoy. I'm going to speed it up for you. Okay, so we've got all of our squares done, and I'm just going to turn it around and start on the next side. I probably do need to trim these or cut these off. Okay, I now have everything trimmed, and maybe I will just speed you up here instead of talking your head off. Okay, I have all of these cut, and now I am going to cut on that drawn line, so I will have half square triangles. So we have 16 half square triangles for both sets. There we have the brown and cream and the brown and Chateau de Chantilly, I believe it's what it was called. I am going to press this and I'll bring you right back. Okay, we now have our 16 half square triangles of each of these. They are trimmed down to 2.5 inches. That took a little bit of time. So our next thing is we're going to lay out our half square triangles to make a full block. So I'm going to show you this right here. This is the step that we're on right there. And I'm just going to do it a row at a time. Our AB rows, this is our AB, the cream and brown. Our BC rows is our brown and floral. And I'm going to make sure, yes, brown and floral. So our first step is to take an A, B. A is cream, B is brown, and then a BC. We're doing the brown and floral, and then the AB. Now it looks like we are going to make 4 units of this. I will only carry you through 1 and then I'll do the other 4. I may speed you through it. I may just skip that, and to keep the length of the recording down so it's not so long. But let's get started on sewing these. So we have our AB and our BC, and we are stitching everything at 1/4 inch. You know, and I think in order to do all 4 of them, I may just go on and do them at one time. Okay, that completes our ABBC. I am going to press this. It doesn't say how to press it, but I'm going to press everything to the AB side. Well, I actually fibbed there. I did everything to the BC side. That way it's all to the darker side. So now our next step is to add this AB. So let me get 3 more so we can complete this. And these do not have seams that nest on these, so we can just even everything up there and just sew. But I will say everything is cut the same way, the same size, so everything should be nesting perfectly. And so far, what I can tell, it is. Okay, so this completes our row 1 of all 4 squares. So what I'm going to do now is press, and I'm going to press once again to the BC. I now have all of row 1 completed, so now we're going to go to row 2, and that is, we will use a BC. So we have our brown and then our flower, a D, which we have not used yet, and then a CB again. And this time it's this direction. So the first thing I'm going to do is sew these 2 and then I will add the last one, the last square on. So I will do 4 of these so we can get our 4 units for our 4 squares. These are done, so I am going to press them out, and I'll bring you back for the next row. Now for our third and final row, we are going to have AB, BC, and then AB again. So what I am going to do is do my first 2 first, and I'm turning my squares so I make sure I do them correctly. And I will do 4 of these, and I know I don't have to press between each set, but my pressing station is right here beside me now. I'm getting rid of some of that fuzz there. I am using my little quilt cut and press board, and I got me a little, it's a Dritz little steam iron. It's just a little iron, and that works a lot better because that way I can do everything right here on this table and not have to get up and go to my big ironing board like I have been doing. Now I have all 3 rows of our units done. So what we are going to do is start by, I'm making sure I have them in the correct order. We're going to start by doing row 1 and 2. And I'll do all 4 of them. So there's row 1 and row 2. And they do nest because of how I pressed. I pressed everything to the brown and floral fabric. And so everything is going to nest also really well. Okay, now all of the first and second rows are completed. So our next step will be to add our third row. Now this is our first and second row. I see that one didn't nest exactly, but I'm okay with this because I think it's beautiful. I love these colors together. So here I'm going to add my third row. I'm matching my edge, then I'm checking that nest really well. Oh. I did this the wrong way. Okay, you see I did this the wrong way. My whites are supposed to be on the bottom, not on the top. So, our friend Jack is coming back out. So, I had this the wrong direction. Looks like I might have sewed something wrong. I think I sewed this one on incorrectly. Yeah, so I have to fix that. Yep, sometimes you find in situations like these that you did something wrong. And I think I did all of them wrong, except for one. Okay, so now I have all four of them done. I thought I had one correct. I didn't have a single one of them correct. The white is supposed to be on the bottom corners. If you look back, you'll see I had a brown over here. It was not right. So, now, let's get started putting these together. Hopefully, it'll all work right. So, first thing I'm going to do is get this corner under the needle so I can have something tacked down, so to say. I mean, it's not really tacked down, it's sewn, and then my needle will stay in the fabric as well. Okay, so I got our 4 squares done. I will press and be right back. Okay, I have these completed. I pressed 2 towards the center and 2 out. So hopefully that will make them all nest real well. So now I'm making sure everything looks correct. Everything does look correct. So I am going to take these two and sew them together. Okay, I have our square completed. I will press it so we can see what the finished product looks like. Well, I am going to say it's completely done. It's perfectly imperfect. So, tell me what you think. If you're still here, give me a thumbs up. If you've not yet subscribed, go on and subscribe. I have lots more content coming out. And leave a comment. Tell me what you think. If you're doing Moda Blockheads, what do you think about this block? I think this is a lovely block. Lots of learning done on this one as well. So this is my block. I don't know if you can see the whole thing, but leave me a comment. I do respond to each and every comment personally. And as always, until I see you again, have a very blessed day. Goodbye.